Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of the Sharing English podcast. I'm so excited to have you here. In this episode, I want to share a little bit about myself and my background and why I chose to start this podcast. My name is Freya, and I'm an English teacher whose mission is to make English more accessible and interesting to students around the globe. I'm originally from Michigan in the United States, and as you will come to learn, people from Michigan are extremely proud of being from Michigan. For the past couple of years, though, I've been living in Denmark with my family. So, how did someone from suburban Michigan end up in Denmark? Like many stories, it started with a job, and then life happened. I've been teaching English as my primary job since 2018, when I moved from the US to Budapest, Hungary, for a teaching job. Although I also taught English some years before, while I served as a Peace Corps volunteer in Romania. That was my first experience in the classroom, and I've been continuously drawn back to teaching. Before I left the United States, I also worked with an organization educating American youth on U.S. government and civics, along with an organization helping young adults finish their high school education. As an English teacher, I've taught children in China, teenagers in Budapest, and adults in Asia, Latin America, and Europe, while I was living in Hungary, France, and now Denmark. These days, I mainly teach general English and business English to adults online, and my students come from all around the world. For me, the phrase sharing English perfectly describes why I love teaching. I love sharing my passion for language learning. I love helping students see that learning a language doesn't have to be stressful. It can be fun. And most of all, I love hearing what my students want to share with me. This podcast is very much a labor of love. Love for myself and what I do for a living, and love for my students and their desire to improve their English. Many of my students want to practice listening outside of class, but whenever I tried to find good recommendations, most podcasts I found were either too fast or felt like grammar lessons. I wanted to create something different. So here you'll find real topics that matter to people around the world. Slow, clear, natural English. Short and interesting episodes for busy people. With this podcast, you can expect to hear about topics from across the English-speaking world, like culture, history, politics, holidays, food, sports, and everyday life. Not just from the US, but also the UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and more. Episodes will be around 10 minutes long, sometimes less, sometimes more. I'll speak slowly and clearly, yet in a natural way. Sometimes I'll even have guests come and share their knowledge. And episodes will always have something interesting to learn. Not just about the English language, but about the world. I know how hard it can be to keep learning a language as an adult. So I made this podcast to give you something useful, interesting, and hopefully enjoyable to help you on your English learning journey. So let me know in comments, what topics are you interested in hearing about? Thanks for listening to the Sharing English podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, I'd love it if you'd subscribe, leave a rating or review, and share the podcast with a friend who's also learning English. You can find out more about me and the podcast at our website, www.sharing-english.com. You can find new episodes of the Sharing English podcast wherever you listen to podcasts. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and keep sharing English.